Hey guys, Britto here, welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019. Here we are with part 2 of Seasons here at Ravenport. So you can hear in the background raindrops, fresh rain, which is going to be very good for our crops and stuff. I think we should be able to seed even when it's raining. Can I get out the door? There we go. We should be able to seed. So I do have this tool which checks the ground. 90% moisture, which is pretty good. We need it to be above 12, I believe. It says here somewhere, drought damage increases when the soil water's content is below 12%. Okay, good. So it's above 12% now. It's 5 degrees currently. It's 5 degrees ground temperature. Have a look at our forecast. It's slowly going to heat. Well, actually, it's really not going to heat up too much. It's going to be quite cool for the next few days, but there's plenty of rain around. I think we probably should go with trying to seed a little bit. I put in a few lights as well, just in case we need to work for night time. It did get quite dark overnight, like really dark. So we'll see how we go. Let's plant one of these fields over here, and we'll see if it's actually going to allow us to get the field done. Let's set ourselves up to 90 degrees. Alright, beautiful. It's actually working. It's good to see. Seeding away. Let's drive through the field, turn around and head back the other way. Let's get rid of our map. Try and do a little bit of this in cab. Sort of just keep an eye on our mirror, make sure we're not missing anything. If we do miss something, we can come back and touch it up, but I'm pretty sure we should be right. Ground is still quite a bit rough too, so alright, you can see how rough it is. We're missing a little bit when we're seeding. Now if we come into here, we can go. Germination hasn't failed, it's planted. So there we go. There's a little bit of planting going on all around the place, so hopefully we shouldn't have too many issues. You can see it's still quite rough, the ground. Maybe it's the weather as well, I'm not quite sure. Right, so we're going to need to take a look at what we had planned. I'm pretty sure we had this field, that's field number 2. So let's bring up our germination. So yeah, definitely wheat. Just drop this guy back down. Do a little bit of a run through. We'll do a little bit of outside cab stuff too. So at 7 AM we don't really need our lights, but we might use just the front light just to help us see a little bit better. It's quite rough around here. So I don't know if we can use seasons on any other maps or just the base game maps. I think it'll be up to the modders to sort of implement the seasons into their own map, possibly. I'm not quite sure how it works with all the modded stuff. You guys, if you're regular to the channel, you'll know that I'm not a modder at all, so I have no idea how the whole modding thing works. It's be good to get back into Ravenport and get into seasons, see how it goes. It's certainly pretty promising early on. Right, so this field's nearly done. Don't know whether we should wait to germinate the other fields or not. I'm going to put ourselves at ×5 again. I want to keep it at ×5 all the time. So we get this field done, the other field done. I don't know about doing oats yet. Might just do these two fields today, wheat and barley, and then we'll see sort of what happens after that. I know that oats we need 6 degrees ground temp, whereas at the moment we're only at 5 degrees, so it might fail. Germination period might actually fail. Right, so the top part of the screen you can see it's currently raining, and then it'll go away and it'll just be cloudy after that. The next little bracket there with the crop on the water, I think it means that the rain is either damaging the crops or you can't harvest due to the rain, which is fair enough. Right, so this field is just about done. Get over and get that field seeded as well. I'm going to go with barley that field. Alright, so we'll swing around, ready to go. We'll double check our planner. Yep, certainly barley, field number 3. Alright, so plant barley here, we'll see what happens. Let's go back to here. Still just says it's planted. Any jobs at the moment? Just transportation jobs. No one really needs anything done. Obviously because there's no crops growing, nobody wants anything seeded yet, so there's no jobs at all. I wonder if they actually overhauled the jobs as well. It'd be good if they did, just to give ourselves a little bit more income would be nice from jobs, so we can not only get our own farm up and running, but be able to help other people as well. Let's go back to here. Let's go to grass. Nothing's ready to harvest yet, so I'm certainly going to look at getting some grass, turning it into silage. And I do believe with seasons now we have to use silage bales. We can't use anything else. It has to be silage bales. I don't believe we can actually use silos and stuff to turn our silage, turn our grass into silage. Well, actually I think we can. Don't quote me on it, but for us to be able to sell silage, it needs to be a silage bale, not just loose silage. So we can't sell loose hay, we can't sell loose straw or anything along those lines. Right, so we'll turn this guy around and we'll have a look at the current sale prices. If we go through to here, okay, hay, what's that? That's grass, hay and straw, $0. So absolutely nothing at all. Everything else isn't too bad as far as pricing goes, I suppose. Not great, but of course if we bring up the seasons menu itself, we can have a look at sort of when the best price is. But that only goes on an average of the last year, so because we don't have any averages at the moment, we really can't get any information out of it at this point in time. It's not really overly helpful. So it's still raining, still 5 degrees, ground temp still 5 degrees as well. So hopefully we can get this seeded. Hopefully it's going to start to grow tomorrow, maybe once we get through the night. I wonder if it'd actually tell us if it's actually not just germinated like it says here, or planted, and actually is actually growing. That's what we're aiming for, of course. So about halfway through this field. So I want to get sort of hard to get a half decent screenshot. Something like that. I don't have the player action camera mod installed, so it's hard to get a decent screenshot without it. Alright, so other tractor's sort of sitting over there. He's not doing anything at the moment. But I might get him out to spray the fields. Probably should be using him to plant the fields because he doesn't have the narrow tyres. He's got the wider tyres, just to sort of even out our hours at the moment. Use this guy. We're gonna have to put down the barn with a workshop as well, so we can actually modify our equipment and that sort of stuff. We can actually take the narrow tyres off this, put wide tyres on when we're doing other work. Alright, so only a few more runs and we should be done. Still plenty of rain around at the moment. So I've decided to change it to 6 days per season instead of the 3. I feel like 6 will be a lot better. So bring it up now, we've got yeah, so 6 days per season. Don't know if it really makes a difference. It'll just mean our seasons are a little bit longer, and our years a little bit longer. Instead of having an 8-day year, it's going to be a 24-day year. So it's going to be a lot better. Or actually, yeah, an 18-day year. It's going to be a 24-day year. One more run up, one more run back down. We should be good to go. Probably need to look at the time mod as well. We can increase the time up to 500 or 5,000 or whatever it is while we're waiting, because there's not much we can do really at this point in time. You know, once we're finished seeding these 2 fields, I'm not going to seed the other ones. I don't want to risk those guys not germinating properly. There's still a risk anyway that we may not have the whole field germinate. Bits and pieces may still fail. We might get lucky and the whole thing will be germinated properly and it'll all be fine. But we'll just have to wait and see when that happens and play it by ear, I suppose. Alright, so let's swing around and put this We'll turn our headlights off now. Put the seeder away. Head back out and grab our sprayer. Grab our front tank. Grab our rear sprayer. Head down and get both these fields sprayed. I don't know how we're going to be able to see properly. Should be able to see well. I don't know if the actual rain changes the colour of the ground texture like it would if we were fertilising, so I have to just wait and see, I suppose. Quick autosave. What do we got it on? 15 minutes? Let's make it every 10 just in case. Yep, all that stuff is good. Alright, let's start spraying again. So hopefully, if we go to here, yep, that's stage 2 fertilization, I believe. Oh, actually, no, that's stage 3. By the looks of that. I don't know why our seeding has classed it as fertilizing. That's interesting. So you can see it's definitely that stage 1, that's stage 2, and this is stage 3. So maybe because we've cultivated the lime or seeded the lime into the ground. I don't know. Not quite sure. Alright, so once I've got this done, there's really not much else we can do except wait. And hopefully it'll start to grow and not go dark blue. We don't want it to go dark blue. I think I'm definitely going to miss a little bit. Let's go back and just make sure we get the outside of the field, then we can come back and get the middle bit on our next pass. It's still raining, still an awful lot of rain around. Let's bump it up to times 30 now. And wrong button. Press V instead of B. Lowered it down instead of spraying. So it's still 5 degrees. Air temp and ground temp, so germination shouldn't fail, but there's no guarantee it's not going to fail either. What I might do is I'll try and get this equipment in and under cover. I don't want to go leaving things out. One thing I'd like to see is our equipment getting damaged and worn by getting left outside. I think that would be a very good addition to the game. Obviously only my personal opinion, everyone sort of probably thinks differently, but I'll shut that guy down. Let's run on over to this field and get out our tool, see what it says. So it's owned by me, wheat planted, 100% fertilised and no weeds. Moisture is 24%. I don't know what that means, these guys. I don't know if there's anything in here. Miscellaneous stuff. Seasons, okay. Lots of stuff in here. Wow, okay. Probably need to have a decent look through here, off camera, of course. In winter, grass is reset to its harvested state to simulate the winter killing off the grass when it becomes cold. Grass bales will gradually rot and disappear after 2 days no matter where they are placed. To prevent the decay, the bales need to be used or wrapped. Once wrapped, they will return to silage bales after a third of a season. Swaths and piles of grass will begin to reduce in size and will eventually disappear after several days. Grass swaths and piles are reduced at midnight every day. Hay and straw swaths and piles are reduced after being exposed to rain. Straw and hay must be baled before it can be sold. Loose straw and hay cannot be sold, only given away for free. Grass, baled or loose, cannot be sold either. Grass, baled or loose cannot, so you can't sell grass at all. So 44%, I think that might be the germination stage. Like we're 44% through germinating, maybe. Yep, 44%. Run over to this field. I don't think it's going to tell us anything other than what we already know. 23%, yep, 33%. Okay, good. Need to sort of keep our water above 23%, so that's 40% now. Go over to here, 40% again. Let's get through another hour and we'll have another look. 39%. So that could mean that the germination is starting to fail, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Any jobs available? Fertilizing. Field 7. Field 18. There's 7 there. Field 18 is down here. We could probably do both of those. Hire a worker and get those done. But so that's 38% now. So it's still dropping. Still plenty of cloud around. Hopefully the cloud will disappear. Ooh, might be a bit more rain again. By the looks of that, if I have a look at our forecast, 6 o'clock. It's going to rain from 6 till midnight for probably another good 6 hours. So 7 degrees, so it's starting to slowly get warmer. 37%. Okay, let's have a look at this other field and see. This other field says probably the same. 37%. Alright, let's have a look at measurement tool. The MT9 is a measurement hand tool that can be used to gain more information about soil, trees, bales, and pallets. After buying the tool in the store, it can be activated like any other hand tool. For planted trees, you can measure the tree type, tree height, and distance to the nearest tree. For bales, you can get the contents, and for grass bales, also the fermentation state. Measuring the ground gives location, elevation, crop type, crop growth, and crop moisture. Fertilization level and soil moisture. Okay, so crop growth and crop moisture. So that's the moisture. 34% moisture. So we probably need it down to 0 to be able to harvest it. So I don't think that's really going to hurt us at all at this point in time, that 34%. Let's go and have a look at this tree, see what this tree tells us. 100%. It just tells us how big it is. Alright, beautiful. We know we can cut it down. This tree looks a little bit dead. Well, here comes the rain, a little bit early actually. I did say 6 o'clock. Let's head inside. Let's get out of the weather. Watch a little bit of TV. Stand out in the front here and we'll just have a bit of a look around and see what happens if we don't have anything start to happen between now and 7 o'clock. I'll do what I usually do and skip forward 12 hours by resting, and hopefully we'll be able to see if the planting is successful or failed. So I don't know if that's drying potential no and yes. Not quite sure. Look in here, let's go weather effects. I guess I'll have to, as I said, I'll have to have a look at that off camera. Slow the speed down. Nothing as yet. Let's sleep for 12 hours again. A little bit of property maintenance. The rain is gone. The ground temp is now 7 degrees. So the game is synchronizing after the fast forward. Okay, good. 7 degrees. Alright, let's run on over and have a look at this field. See if we can see anything. Don't think I can see anything at the moment. Growth still germinated. 27% moisture. 100% fertilized. 39%. Temperature still. Alright, there we go. Looks like something started to happen. The whole thing is growing, so we haven't failed at all. So that is a good start. Alright, so let's head on over to our tractor now. We can get this guy, get him out of the way. Be able to pick up fertilizer sprayer. We'll use our other tractor to start seeding some oats. Oats will definitely be able to get seeded at the moment. Right, shut you down. We'll try and get out of here. Jump in our other 5R. Drop that guy off. Pick up our seeder. Canola. Let's go through to oats. So we can start working on this field over here. The other thing we need to look at is our grass. It's obviously starting to grow. Ooh, actually it's ready to harvest. So we can certainly look at doing that too. I think it's going to take a fair while though for us to be able to get silage bales and stuff. Right, it's going to be a little bit more difficult now being able to see what we have and haven't seeded. We don't have the lime there now, so sort of just running along the other line. It's still a little bit dark out. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, but still a little bit dark for mid-spring. I do know that as part of the season's mod, the sun will rise and set in different spots depending on the seasons as well. So it's a whole new skybox or weather effects and stuff as well. So plenty of work has gone into seasons, and it's gonna be awesome. Right, so let's lower this guy down and get this done. Once I've got this done, I think I'm going to hire a worker to do the other side over there. It will bring our sprayer back over and we'll start spraying. And then we'll look at possibly starting to mow as well. Right, so let's have a quick look. There's our timer again. I might usually do half an hour per episode. Because it's seasons, I think I might do 45-minute episodes. Just make it a little bit better for you guys. So it's definitely, even though we're not fertilizing, we're seeding. It's giving us stage 2 fertilization. So it's like a freebie fertilization state, which is good. Right, so head back this way. Just about halfway through the field now. As I said, we'll head on over and get that other one planted with some. Get it planted with some canola. As far as the straw goes, I would like to get into, obviously, cow farming. So I think might be able to maybe collect some of this straw, cut some grass, collect some grass, and even some hay and that as well, and hopefully move into doing some cow stuff early on. Obviously not milk, just raising some bulls, I suppose, and to sell, get some cows and raise them for a year, and then hopefully if they put on some weight, we can sell them at a later date. It's certainly something that I want to look at with the animal pens here, because we've got this guy. It's only $8,000 to get a little feedlot. So it's not going to cost us much to get started. So that's probably a bonus as well. I think once we get through this first year, I will repaint this grass texture down to get rid of all these bushes and stuff. The bushes are just everywhere, and it's a little bit annoying, to be honest. Let's put our speed back to ×5. I keep forgetting to leave it at ×5. Right, so it's only going to be a few more runs, maybe a couple more this way, one more back down. Might get lucky and not have to do another run. I think we've just missed a little bit. I think there's going to be a few little spots we're going to have to touch up at the end. Right, so we'll drop this guy down. Yeah, we're certainly going to have to come back and just touch up a little bit. There's a few spots that I've missed. Just trying to get a little bit too greedy, I think. Alright, there we go. There should be it's a decent spot here. Probably doesn't seem like much, but it could mean a fair bit depending on how the germination stage actually goes. Alright, let's jump out for a second, grab our tool. So 39%, 67, 27. %70 growth, 39, 100, 27. Awesome. It actually tells you the growth stage as well, which is really good. Right, so we need to flick through to canola. Also need to get this set up as a course, northwest heading east. Done. Let's have a look. that course. That course should be okay. Right, let's go start it. Oop, first waypoint. Kind of overshot it a little bit. Alright, so we'll get this guy to do his thing. Then we can focus on doing a little bit of spraying. A little bit more fertilization, just to get these fields up to 100% fertilization state, and then hopefully it'll grow really, really well. So I think we put like a feedlot in here somewhere. I think that'll work out pretty well for us. I know it's not going to be able to give us a lot of animals, but it'll be a few. I also think that now the cattle might even actually graze a little bit on the grass, so you don't have to feed them as much, I don't think. Don't quote me on it, but from the trailer that I've seen, yeah, you don't actually, they will graze as well, so hoping that'll benefit us as well in the long run. Alright, so we're certainly going to need another run back up. So close. Field's just a little bit too wide. Tiny little bit. Let's just make sure we don't miss anything on the left here, and then we'll do another run back up. Alright, so head back this way. I want to have a quick look at animal transport. Okay, that'll give us 6 cows. So that's probably what we really need to do. Just get a truck and be able to transport some cows in. If you don't feed your cows though, they will die as well. So you need to make sure you have some feed ready to go. Turn those lights off now. The sun's starting to come up now. Somewhere over there. Slowly starting to rise. Just going to allow us to be able to see a lot better now. So we'll swing this guy around into here, shut him down. What I'm going to do is go into here, have a look at both of these feedlots. This one is quite big, and this other one isn't quite as big, I don't think. No, this is probably the one I'm sort of thinking we should sort of go with. But where, that is the question. I'd like to make sure the ground is completely level. Okay, so you can see the markers sort of disappear a little bit. Let's go with there. See how that goes. We can come on in and have a close look as to whether, I guess, markers are off the ground or anything. Probably will need to probably have a closer look on foot, I would think. Can't really tell if it's up off the ground. It might be a little tiny bit. Let's run around this side and have a look. We can't really tell at all. Does that actually... Okay, so we could probably... I don't know if we sort of raise the ground up a little bit, like that. Which is going to cost us a little bit of money, but at least I can paint in a grass texture then, and it may actually, grass may actually grow, which will be good if it does. Okay, make sure we get all in the middle. I certainly think that you could probably still raise it all the way around. It's not going to affect it too much, I don't think. We sort of know where everything needs to go anyway, so some milk and slurry and all that sort of stuff. Alright, there we go. Sort of smooth this area off. That'll help us a little bit. Alright, now if we go into our textures, paint all this with grass. Then that'll at least look like they're actually grazing on grass properly. Alright, to look through textures a little bit more. I usually always throw in a little bit of this darker dirt here. Because we've got the manure, liquid manure, we've got a bit of milk spillage, bit of water spillage. There we go. We've got the feed lot along here, so let's run along the front. We probably need to increase the size again, just like we did that other one, just to get rid of the grass. I generally want the grass sort of looking like it's in there. Alright, bit of a road here, sort of where the cows are going to go in. And there we go. This is where we're going to put our water. So we put our cows. We can purchase them now. $11.35 plus $200 delivery fee. But I think it won't matter too much as far as the delivery fee goes. I don't think. We're certainly going to need a truck. Let's go with an old brown truck. Why not? And we go with our animals. So we're going to need a water trailer. And then we're going to need animal transport as well, which isn't urgent just yet, because we're probably going to need to focus on like our mowers and stuff like that first, I would think. Mower, windrower, and baler and wrapper and that sort of stuff to be able to start selling some silage bales. Can we, there we go, we're going to get free water from here, awesome. Cycle through, this guy's still doing his thing. I think he's probably going to get stuck on that tree. Yep, he did that last time, so stop driver. It's focusing on the wrong one. This one we've got to go to. There we go. Awesome. Let's get this sprayed and then we'll end the episode. So once this is done, pretty much we'll just skip through the day and see what happens with the germination period the next day, I suppose. Hopefully everything goes well. It's all planted, it's all germinating there, the grass is growing in there. It's the main thing. Have a quick look through here. Can we go animals intro? Well, I'll have to have a look at that. As I said, probably a bit read through all that stuff off camera while I'm sort of waiting for it to go through to the next day and see how things go. This should give us level 3, yep, fertilization, awesome. Alright, I have to wait for him to finish this bit. So what I'll do is I'll end the episode here, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are liking the new Seasons mod. If you are, as always, smash the like button. Leave a comment, let me know if you want to see some more, and if you've been enjoying it so far, and any future ideas, etc, etc. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto, thanks for watching. See you again soon.